So today we're going to be taking a look into the V3 Ampligame capture card from Fifine. Now this is the very first capture card that Fifine has released, and so for $55, this little capture card is advertised to support 4K HD pass-through at 30 FPS, as well as HD capture at 1080p 60 FPS. Now, as always, my review is of my own particular opinion, and so if you like what you see about this capture card and if you want to pick this up, I will also leave an affiliate link down in the description below as well with no extra cost to you. So let's go ahead and let's unbox this and let's see if this is worth adding into your gaming setup. So straight out of the box, the V3 comes with a few essentials. You get the user manual, the USB-C to USB-A cable, and finally, the capture card itself. Now, unfortunately, we're not provided with an additional HDMI cable. So if you're thinking about getting this capture card, then make sure that you purchase one separately, or make sure that you have another HDMI cable laying around the house in case you want to be able to have your gameplay display on your monitor. Now, if we take a look at the capture card itself, we have the HDMI in ports, which is used to connect to your PlayStation, your Xbox, as well as your Nintendo Switch. And right next to it, you will see that we have our line in ports for a chat link cable, your cell phone, as well as your tablet, and then a headset port if you want to be able to hear your game from your capture card itself. Now on the other side, we have the HDMI out port, which you can use to plug into your monitor, the USB-A connection ports, as well as a switch to change the different lighting effects for the RGB. Now personally, I like the RGB. I don't mind having additional RGB within my setup, but if you're not a fan of having this, then the only thing you have to do is just hold the power button and it will just turn right off. Now to connect the V3 to your PC, all you have to do is plug in an HDMI cord from your gaming console into the HDMI in port on the capture card. And then on the opposite side, you're then going to plug in the USB-A to USB-C cord into the back of the capture card, and then plug in the opposite end into an available 3.0 USB slot in the back of your PC. Now, once you do that, you're then going to want to head on over to your streaming software like OBS or Streamlabs OBS. And inside of your sources, you're going to add a video capture and then select the Fifine capture card. Okay, so right now I have loaded into Forza Horizon 5, just comparing the V3 to another capture card, the Elgato HD60X. And already you can tell that there is a difference in the color quality. The HD60X has slightly more contrast and saturation, however, the V3 is not that far behind. Now, both capture cards are currently running at 1080p 60 FPS, and for the price difference of $100, I would personally expect to see a difference in terms of picture quality. However, you can always just adjust that inside of your streaming software like OBS. Now, for those of you that is looking to play your games at a higher refresh rate, I was able to achieve a max of 4K Ultra HD at 60 Hz, as well as 1080p 120 Hz. I did try to go ahead and go to 4K 120 Hz. Unfortunately, I just was not able to achieve it because this capture card just does not support it. Now, the one thing that this capture card does support is low latency. So taking a look back at my computer, you can see that on my main monitor, I do have the game. However, on the bottom, I have a preview of my game screen inside of OBS Studios, and it looks pretty much in sync. Now, this is not saying that it's better to go ahead and play on the previous screen. It is always still better to play on your main monitor. So if you have the extra HDMI cable to do so, make sure you go ahead and get that to play on your main monitor for the best gaming performance. Now, if you're trying to live stream or record your gameplay with this capture card, in order for your audience to be able to hear your audio, what you're going to have to do is go inside of your streaming software like OBS. You're going to then come down to your sources. You're going to click on your video capture device and go into its properties. You're going to scroll down to the bottom and you're going to check this option right here for your audio output. And then you're going to scroll down even more and you're going to look for the digital interface for the Fifine audio capture. And you're then going to click OK, and you will see that your audio is now inside of OBS Studios. Now, it sucks that this capture card can't stream or record in a higher resolution, especially considering that there are other capture cards with the same price point that can. And so because of that, I would say that this capture card is good for the casual gamer who just want to be able to play their game at a higher resolution. However, if you're someone that is a content creator or you're a streamer and you need to be able to record like higher gameplay footage at like 4K 60 FPS, this capture card will not be the one for you, mainly because this only captures at 1080p 60 FPS. However, as I mentioned earlier, this is still a decent capture card for beginners or maybe those that just want to play their games at a higher resolution. So let me know what you guys think of the V3 capture card down in the description below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And as always, don't forget to give this a big fat thumbs up. Make sure you guys go ahead and smash the subscribe button, and I will catch each and every single one of you down in the comments below and in the next video. Take care, guys.